Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Crusader Kings 3, playing as William the Conqueror. Okay, I think I figured out where I was going wrong in the last video. I had to restart the campaign and do the war again, which you can see, by the way, that's why William is currently wounded. Hopefully that fixes itself relatively soon. And weirdly enough, this time around I actually didn't have to fight Norway. I guess they decided to attack Scotland instead and took some territory up here. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. So, the issue is, I thought that you would move your capital to London, and then you would have to just adopt the local culture, which of course would be English, unless English doesn't exist, in which case Anglo-Saxon, that's kind of English, it makes sense, right? No! Don't click this little button right down here, convert to local culture, you have to click on the one that's up here, the major decision, embrace the English culture. Oh! And all of a sudden, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yes. I adopt the English culture, which is new. Queen Mathilde adopts the English culture. All family members, all Norman or French vassals, all Anglo-Saxon counties have a chance of becoming English. And we also would get several of the Norman and Anglo-Saxon innovations, which is pretty darn nice, not gonna lie. So, this is what we were supposed to do, but doinkus, Norman no more! The time when we Normans considered France our homeland has long since passed. Our children are born here, surrounded by Saxons, and to them, Normandy will only ever be a blurred line beyond the misty shores of Britannia. And as we make some of the local customs our own, so too the legacy of our culture spreads throughout the Saxon lands, giving birth to a new English identity. Long live the English! Boom! That's what I was supposed to do from the beginning, but that was a dummy. Okay, well, you know, so be it. I think that is fine. So now we have to actually hand out a whole bunch of territories, which as of right now I haven't really been doing. So, let's see. You're already holding on to the Earldom of Maine, my son and heir. Do I just give him the rest of Normandy for the heck of it? I think the answer is probably yeah. We'll go ahead and give my my heir some territory over here. No, I can't, interestingly enough. Right, because we don't have the right succession laws. Now, funnily enough, if we had gone Anglo-Saxon, I think we could have changed up our succession a little bit, which would have been nice. I would love to do the primogenitor, if at all possible, but no. So far, that doesn't seem to be a thing. So, let's see. Yeah, if we had converted to the Anglo-Saxon culture, I am pretty sure we would have gotten an event here, or an option, that would have said, adopt old, was it an elective monarchy? Yeah, that's a thing we could have done, but we didn't, and we can't for the sake of this achievement, so there you go. So we are officially now English, and sure enough, that's a whole new culture type, so that's definitely what the issue was. The problem is now I've had to reload the game, so I'm kind of wondering if we're not going to be able to get the achievement anyway, and I'll have to restart. Nonetheless, this is so far a pretty solid start. It's certainly a lot better than the last video was. So we're going with that. Also, by the way, my character is not gallant this time. He went for Overseer to begin with, which means we actually can get some pretty solid control of our vassals. So, control of our territory by going down Overseer. So, let's go ahead and find ourselves a whole bunch of new characters we're going to hand things off to. And I know I've already done a lot of this, so if you guys will give me a second, I will go ahead and just jump forward real quick. Good news is the game does seem to have spawned a few new English characters for me. Originally, when I was saying find characters, it was only really showing my family. Now it's showing a few, like, visitor courtiers, which is good. So we are finding some characters that we can hand some territory off to. I'm still 9 out of 8. Tell you what, let's go to, let's say you, and I will grant you this territory right here. Yes? Okay, there we go. That way I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so now we're 8 out of 8. I directly am going to control all of Essex and East Anglia, and I do think that they may have slightly renamed some of the stuff over here, which is very convenient, so that's good. Okay, so we're 8 out of 8 holdings here, and my sons are holding on to a bunch of territory. We should have pretty much only English characters up here. What's going on with you? So you are Anglo-Saxon. You are the problem here. Northumbria. Very large duchy right here. Holy crap, is it a large duchy. So if we want to get the achievement, then I think what we would have to do is revoke her territory. And she hates me right now. She wants a seat on the council, short reign, offensive war, too many duchy titles. True, I do have that problem. My question is, if I were to just simply imprison you, though, we would get an act of tyranny, and that's not good. And it would also reduce my opinion with all vassals, but I can offset a lot of that simply by giving up a lot of my duchy titles, and we kind of do need to get rid of her somehow, unless we think murder is a good option. Oh, 95 out of 95. Yeah, we can try to murder you. My question is, can I now possibly offer guardianship? Ward of a chosen adult. Yeah, let's try to make somebody English. How about my wife? Yes, my wife will be the ward of your child. We'll murder you, but the child will hopefully still be raised up to be English? And the culture might change. You're actually Welsh. That's your primary heir. Wait a minute, this isn't right. Who the heck are you? Oh, you're not even my realm. Okay. No, I think we're gonna go ahead and just try to kill her or something. We could... I can't revoke titles since I don't have the right kind of crown authority, so that's not gonna be an option. Yeah, let's just go ahead and just try to get her killed. So she is currently the main issue. Get rid of her, and a lot of problems start to go away. We do need to go to my council over here and rework a few things. I don't think a simple earl is going to be good enough. We want to get, let's say, a powerful vassal. My marshal, a vassal, and a knight. Well, you are already my marshal, so you're good. I kind of thought that we would have better skills on some of these folks, to be honest. My powerful vassals aren't actually all that powerful. Seems a little bit weird, right? I could put her on the council, but I'm about to get her killed. Why have the spy master kill herself, right? So that doesn't make any sense. Kind of thought we'd have more powerful vassals who would be actually useful. I guess part of the problem is because my kids haven't come of age yet. Right. I did give a couple of duchies off to my sons. The result being they're too young to be able to be on the council yet. So they're not powerful vassals that can join the council. But they will be. They almost certainly will be. Petty Kingdom of Kent. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these excess duchy titles, which I know are going to become a problem for me. And I'll happily give these off to my children. Let's see. Not Normandy, East Anglia, or Essex. So you're going to have to create your own title, I believe. Let's see. Duchy, yes. You would need to create your own. We could create it for you if I want some prestige, but truth be told, I think I'd rather not. So for now, then, let's go ahead and just start increasing control in, let's say, London. We do want to have more control. Right now we have practically 0, and that is simply not good enough. Beyond that, collecting taxes, we could also increase developments. I mean, 4% taxes is pretty insignificant because this count simply isn't good enough. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of good options here. Let's kind of wait until some of my kids get on top of things, I think. Useless census. That's not so good. So we do have the marshal perk, and now I can actually... Oh, we already started with overseer. So overseer is done. That's good. We could go down some more of the martial lifestyle, and getting things like strategist for cheaper casus belli makes sense, especially if I do plan on doing some more conquests. I would certainly like to unite all of Wales under the crown of England. Of course, we need to go and fight Scotland. I think they do have some DeJour territory. They do indeed, that I want. Forming the Empire of Britannia itself would actually be quite fun. But I would say my bigger goal, instead of forming Britannia, is actually to take the fight to France. If England can start dominating France and the Norman culture becomes pervasive both in England and in France, I think at that point, like, we're good to go. Like, the Normans left Normandy to go to England and get their own kingdom going, and then they come back and it's like, oh, no, the rest of the French, those are going to be mine too, right? That's what I want to see happen, so we're going to go for that. Count William took my place as the cultural head. I somehow find that hard to believe. Really? How? I don't know how a single count could possibly have taken my position as the English. As the English, we definitely do start with quite a few innovations. We finished most of the stuff in the military already. Civic's mostly done as well. We're currently working on communal government and chronicle writing. Yeah, we did lose out on a cultural innovation. I do know that. The Anglo-Saxons usually would have that, but otherwise... yeah, we start off with a fair bit of extra tech, which is great. I like that a lot. Mercenary contracts are expiring. Yeah, fair enough. Understood. So she wants a position. Not going to happen. We are not endorsed by my archbishop. We should go ahead and sway them and try to fix that. Low control. When a vassal dies. So here's a problem. If we kill her, then some of her titles are going to go elsewhere. So murdering her is technically not necessarily the right play. Theoretically, what we really want to be doing is simply revoking her title or somehow getting her to convert culture. But really, though, there's a lot of duchies under her control. She's got 4 duchies. She's a quadruple duchess. I don't like her. I want to find ways to possibly spy on her and get her to do something she's not supposed to. I mean, there's a chance I can get her to rise up against me. Let's take a look at factions. As far as factions are concerned, once to the petty kingdom of Normandy. Who the heck are you? Some courtier has decided that they want Normandy. Not really sure how that works. If we were to imprison her, we likely would have to fight a couple of counts as well, which is just not that great. Yeah, maybe murdering her is not the right idea. Children lack guardians. I'm already raising my kids, so that doesn't matter too much. Negotiate alliances. Don't care about any of that. Titles to be created. Don't care. Can declare wars on Scotland and Brittany. Brittany I would like to conquer because I think it'd be nice to have some more territory up north of France. Scotland we do need to fight because they have land that frankly belongs to me. It's my DeJour territory. By God, I deserve it. So I think we want to do this, and because I got that next lifestyle perk, it only cost me 50 prestige instead of 100, which is nice. So yeah, and we have allies, but you do not. So I think we go ahead and declare the war, and let's get going here against Scotland. So let's start raising things up. One change I did make, by the way, in between videos is this time around, I actually did get myself some men-at-arms with the mangonels to get that little bit of extra army, or that little bit of extra siege progress, and I'll be honest, it makes a big difference. Having one men-at-arms regiment of siege artillery speeds up one siege so much. It's just great. Now I'm the cultural head of English again. I don't know how it all happened. So chronicle writing, do we like this? Can use individual DeJour duchy casus belli. Well, that would be nice. Only works at this point if I'm going to have an empire, so it's not a high priority. Communal government. Development. Arch saddle. Armored horseman. That could be good. I think between all of these, I would prefer to say let's focus on the arch saddle so we can get some better horsemen. Having strong horses up here in Britain makes a lot of sense to me. There's been a scandal. My cousin is showing signs of pregnancy. What? How could this happen? Amazing. Mazel tov. I must tell everyone. But yeah, instead of 6 months for siege, it's only taking about 3. Like, this is great. At first, I saw a simple footman for a fool stepping in, so I could use more people like you. Walter joins my group. He is very good at prowess. Oh gosh, this guy would make a great knight. However, I could also gain some prestige and some piety, or I can kill him and gain dread. No. I would like to have some more knights. Thank you very much. More knights are good. Better knights are better. You know, all this may seem sort of intuitive to you, but it's obvious to me that we want to have good knights. My quality of troops has dropped a lot. It's interesting. So we could kill her. I think we'll just say no, not yet. I'm not sure what to do about this. So you right there, where are you? You right here. Here's the funny thing. If he inherits the territory, Gwynedd becomes extremely strong and we have a DeJour reason to be going to war with you. I don't think it actually makes sense to be murdering her right now. At least until, like, in some way the inheritance laws changed. You do have other children. One other son. That's your primary heir. Heir to the Duchy of Mercia, Lancaster, and Northumbria. Yeah, no, I can't kill her. I can't kill her. I wanted to, but it's not a good idea. If we do that, we will lose about half of our kingdom. We'll be able to get it back, but it's just ridiculous. We shouldn't have to do that. Should not have to do that. Hey, we captured an earl. It was a child. Do I feel any remorse? Nope. Alright, let's see. We should probably be spending some money to upgrade places like London. We already have mansions giving me some tax, and we have a quartermaster's office, which is great. Could build a special building. The Tower of London! I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Defender advantage, fort level +6? Oh my god! This county gives you extra holding taxes and development, and my realm gains 30% better dread gain? What the crud? The Tower of London's amazing! Oh my gosh! Yeah, it makes my capital very tanky. At least at this stage of the game. Extra development and taxes nice, and dread gain. Wow! What a weird thing we could do. We could also build a duchy building. There's a lot of things you can enjoy about duchy buildings. Duchy buildings are quite good. Military academies, in order to have more knights and make them more effective, can be good. Marches, defender, raid, no, I'm not going to worry about that. Siege works, make them more effective. Okay. Levy size, 20% in this duchy. Okay. Jousting grounds, if we want to go for cavalry. Blacksmiths, archery grounds, tax offices for lots of cash. Leisure palaces to reduce stress and gain prestige, and then just outright tax. I'm not sure what duchy building I want, to be honest. I do think that at least in my capital, we do want to be getting probably some better... Do I want military camps or I want barracks? This gets me more levy, but it also gets me heavy infantry and spearmen as opposed to archers and skirmishers. What do I want in my capital? Do I want money? Well, I do think we want some extra money, so let's go ahead and grab the farms. We'll go ahead and build something there. We already have pastures there. Let's go for some more... Let's go for some more farms and fields there. We'll spend a fair bit of cash to just go ahead and start making money. More money to invest in the future, sure. And Robert comes of age, that's good. But, yeah, So, Robert, you are not the best of characters. You're a tough soldier, but you are a logistician. So, I mean, that is something. My heir is unmarried. We should fix that. Who do we want to marry you off to? We could secure some more alliances, which is very tempting. Or somebody who has a claim on the Kingdom of England. Well, that just seems like a terrible idea. Let's suppose that we wanted to have a woman who is already an adult and who has some inheritable traits. Quick, pretty. We could go for a lot of extra fertility. Could try to get some extra health boosts blended in. Not a lot of great traits to go around here. I mean, there is pretty. I suppose pretty is nice. You wouldn't be bad in a few ways. What do I prefer? A little bit more stewardship or a little bit more diplomacy? Probably the stewardship, honestly. So maybe we go for Agnes? Who is temperate, lazy, greedy, fickle, paranoid, arbitrary. Yeah, I think we go for Agnes the Hungarian. We'll get you married off, and hopefully we have some pretty traits built in pretty soon there to our son. So that will end up being good. I do kind of suspect that we're not going to be able to get the achievement right away. Because I think it's broken. I do think it's going to be broken, and even if I were to somehow get all these duchies away from Duchess What's-Her-Name, I think we're going to have some problems. That said, let's go to our council. Find secrets. Let's see if we can find an excuse. Here's an idea. Let's find an excuse to get her arrested without me being the tyrant. Surely she's doing something illegal. She doesn't like me. By the way, where are the Scots? There are the Scots. Hi, Scots! Where are you going? I guess we'll go just chase you down. You don't belong there. My last chance to hold on to a courtier. Nah, go ahead and leave. I don't care. Alright, so we should be able to catch these guys and crush. No problem at all. The Scots are dying. Okay, let's go up to this fort over here, and we're just going to gradually work our way toward the capital in the barony of St. Johnston. Okay. Totally unrelated note, by the way. So I've actually been starting to watch this show called Outlander, which is, I think, like 3 different seasons now, so it's been around for a little bit. No, keep going on this. Keep finding some secrets. Outlander, which is in part based around Scotland and some of the English interactions and stuff like that. Very good show. Not for kids. There's a lot of nudity and other stuff in there and a fair bit of gore, but it's a very, very good show in my opinion. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But Inyali makes me keep turning away because there's some fairly graphic nudity and stuff. It's usually in the context of, like, a married couple kind of a thing, but still, you get the point. Let's see. A Catholic family. I raise my hand to call for Robert from across the hall, yet my son only returns an embarrassed glance before rushing off. My own family have been turned against me by that two-faced knave Archbishop Hugh. He's taken up a habit of whispering lies in my relatives' ears. How dare they? I too have a few things to say about him. Convinced my relatives that he was lying, I gained prestige, and I exposed his attempt to slander me. I could, upset the clergy, but I think we just go ahead and prove to everyone, since it's a 100% chance, because I have very good diplomacy, let's just make sure that everyone understands this guy is clearly lying to me. Hugh is a problem. My question is, can I now imprison him? No. No, I cannot. Do we have, like, a hook on him or anything? Hooks and secrets? No, that's not a secret. I've just exposed to everyone he's trying to slander. No one else should listen to him. I'm no longer wounded. Oh, thank God. That's good. Okay. So there's a 100% war score right there. Let's go ahead and enforce that. Thank you, Scotland, for giving up all of that. Let's disband the armies, and boom. Okay, so now we de jure own the territory up here in England again. Question, who got this land? That appears to be an Earl of Cumberland, who I guess I could ransom. That's fine, let's do that. I also got a new martial perk. Let's see. Siege weapon effectiveness is great. Movement speed and extra screening can be good. And cavalry and skirmishers. I'm going to go for the siege weapon effectiveness just because I love being able to base race fast in this game. It really does seem to make a big difference. Alright. Hoping that we are going to find some sort of secrets on her. I'm looking for any excuse. Anything at all. You don't think there's anything? Nope. Keep going. She apparently isn't doing anything illegal after all. And she's not even mad at me that much anymore. If I made you like me, would you change your culture? Is that a thing? Maybe. Hang on, let me check something. Culture. Okay, so right now it's Anglo-Saxon up here. If I went to council, and I tried to promote my culture in your capital territory, it would take 6 years as things currently stand, which is a bit too long. I can put my vassal here, a powerful vassal, in charge of this, and he'd be a bit better at the job. So let's go ahead and do this and get rid of the count. He doesn't matter. 5 years there. All right. We do need a new marshal. I know we need that. No powerful vassals who really deserve the role. I guess my son. He's not especially great, but we'll go with it. It's going to take him a little time to try and get the control back under over here, but oh well. Yeah, so we'll do that. I don't know, I'm just hoping if we promote the culture in their capital, maybe she'll swap, right? Because, like, we have the option, or we had the option, to adopt our local culture, which you can actually see right here, would change us to Anglo-Saxon right now. So apparently, London isn't even English after all. But if we change her capital, maybe she'll switch for us. That said, I still really want to get rid of her. I think it's a problem. We could go to limited crown authority, and that would let us actually start revoking titles. I do think we pass this law. It's going to cost me a lot of prestige, but I think it is well worth it, because that gives me some new options. We can ransom a child for 50 gold. 100% happy to do that. Still too many held duchies, huh? I have to give up Normandy? I guess we could create a Duke of Normandy. You did convert to English, so, you know, I don't feel as bad about just giving that to you. Let's give you the Petty Kingdom of Normandy. So you become that new Duke. There we go. And I'm not going to have as many people angry at me anymore because I don't have too many duchy titles, I think. Alright, let's see. Baldwin, you have a claim on... Ew! I don't know where that is. Go ahead and leave. Get out of here. No one cares about you after all. Sinful Prince Archbishop exposed. Oh, those archbishops. Alright, let's see. We can fight in Gwynedd to earn fame and expand our realm. Prince Bledwin, we have a claim. Earl Eadric. This right over here? Yeah, so you are a vassal of the Duchy of Northumbria, of that lady there, which, by the way, I love that it shows the arrows, showing that he pays homage to her, who pays homage to me. That's very nice. We could expand his holdings and make her more powerful, but we expand England in the process if we were to do this. And it's not like he would be very difficult to fight. Now, he does have an ally. I believe... I don't know where that is. I mean, you're pretty inferior. I feel like we could easily win this. On the other hand, if we simply fabricated a claim of our own, we could also do that. For example, I wouldn't mind going over here and say, let's fabricate a claim on Gwent. It'll cost me a little bit of money, but let's go ahead and start making progress against Wales. I do want to do that. My son, the Duke of Kent, has come of age, and he has not the best skills in the world. Kind of disappointing, honestly. Cathars. Ooh, gosh, there are Cathars, huh? Okay. We're not worried about any of them. Get out of here. Get out of here. God, what are all these pop-ups? Get out! Okay, there we go. Titles to create. Negotiate alliances. We have daughters who could probably use some education. I guess I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? Powerful vassals. Prince Richard, my son. You would make a fantastic chancellor. Yes, we are going to assign you. 100% we are going to assign you. Prince Richard. You know what we could do is we could start integrating the title of Normandy. Now, it would take 56 years to finish this, but at that point, Normandy becomes de jure part of the Kingdom of England and not de jure part of the Kingdom of France. Pretty good if we ever were to lose control of Normandy in some way. You know, it's officially mine. It is proper English land. It's just going to take a very long time. Even at a skill of 21, which is a very, very good skill, it would take a long, long time to pull that one off. Yeah, alright, so it looks like she's not doing anything. I find this highly unfortunate. Well, the good news is, it doesn't look like there are any factions, so if I want to be a tyrant and revoke her territory, I could do this. There is a hook available, and I could use that hook to increase the odds that I just outright arrest her. Some tyranny is not great, losing opinion with everybody is not great, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And let's see what happens. I'm also going to preemptively start raising up the armies, just to be safe, in case she says no. And war has officially been declared. Okay. She is not willing to let me take her into custody. Alright, so we lose a fair bit of troops in the process. Honestly, though, I think we just go to her top holding and siege it down as quick as we can. Wow, that's a lot of attrition. Okay, maybe the other thing instead we do is we go and cut off her allies before they become a problem. And we're going to go ahead and crush this real quick. It shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Sieges are pretty darn quick is the good news. She's got a shocking number of troops. Shocking number. Okay. You know what I do is I hire up the Band of the Horn and the Gaelic Band of Lennox, and it's going to cost me a lot of my money. But you know something? I think it's worth it. It is worth it to ensure that we are going to have everything we need. Let's get down here and get ready to intercept this army, preferably before they have a chance of getting together, which it looks like they might anyway. Okay, we got that siege. Let's get up over here. I need to get my troops together and go and fight her in good winning territory, or terrain. I think we should be able to fight... Oh, we did not. Okay. Let's see. Even terrain, huh? Let's see. This is plains. I would have thought that my odds were better than this. Camp disputes. Let's go ahead and deliver a speech. Join in. We get wounded again, but some martial lifestyle experience. It's saying that we're not going to have a great opportunity. The owner is in debt. Okay. So, she is in debt. And the result is, it looks like we would have a better chance of possibly winning this. I'm a little concerned about my chances here. We're fighting Gwynedd as well, by the way. Yeah, she rose up as a pretty darn powerful vassal, and it's going to become a problem. You know, we could just ignore her and say, screw it, let's go siege down some palaces. And as long as we can keep chasing her away, we outrace her easily. Like, it takes her months to siege something down, and I can win this no problem. I do think we need to actually take a fight, though. Make her cynical. That's fine. There's a scheme at court. Someone's trying to kill a courtier. I don't really care. That's honestly fine. So there's that. So now we're up to 29% war score. Okay, we scared her off. If we can keep her troops split up, that's even better. I'm going to gain the prestige rather than worry about making him happy. Let's see if we can... Gosh dang it. You're losing a lot of supply, which is great. I'm okay with you staying right here. She's a charismatic negotiator. If I were to attack here, defending in forest seems like just a bad idea through and through. You know another thing that I could do that would give me a slight edge? We're out of time, I know this, but, we could create another men-at-arms regiment. Huscarls. Heavy infantry. Good against spearmen and archers. Bit expensive. It would cost me every bit of cash I've got right now, but it could be pretty good. Alternatively, there's horsemen, which is good in a few different types of terrain, or pikemen. Armored footmen I don't think is better than the huscarls. Bowmen could be pretty decent. Hills, forest, good against skirmishers. I do not remember, are levies considered to be skirmishers, per se? I know we're out of time, but give me a second. I want to confirm something here. I can't click here to see what qualifies exactly as a skirmisher. I think some extra bowmen could be good. And maybe also... I don't think I want to get any light footmen. I don't think that's necessary. So let's go ahead and start sending these guys over. That'll give me a slight extra advantage. Okay, they left the forest. I'm going to have to go and deal with these guys somehow, and in the plains seems like a pretty decent place to do it. But I think I'm going to wait for that until a next video. And if we can imprison her, what I plan on doing is revoking a lot of titles and start redistributing all the duchies, because this woman's way too strong. I cannot have one woman owning half of England. Too much. So if we can take her down, possibly establish some English vassals instead, maybe we'll get lucky and it turns out it's not bugged and we'll get the achievement that way. Thank y'all for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, then would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, let's go ahead and do it.